So, welcome, Kate.
Thank you.
Really great to have you here to talk with a little bit. You've been teaching Sing Play Move for 2 or 3 years now. You started out, you were a grad student in the Kodai program at the time, and you were working with Marie Hennessy, who's the director of the Kodai program. You are a beloved star teacher of the series. I know the families are really fond of you. Tell us a little bit how you decided to become a music teacher and what you've been doing since you came to California from Colombia.
Yeah, so it's been a long career for me. I cannot remember a time where I wasn't involved in music. But first of all, I now that you talked about my experience being part of the Simply Move program and with Marie Hennessy as my mentor, I just want to say that has been a great experience for me. I have learned so much just from sharing, from spending so much time with Marie. Like I have learned from her teaching and from her as a person. And the Simply Move has been I don't know, a learning experience for me as a music educator now having a pedagogy that I can rely on. But so my experience as a music educator started like um so many years ago, maybe I don't know, 10 years ago. I wasn't even in my bachelor's program when I started teaching music. I have been involved in music since I was 4. I have been very lucky to have had music in my life since I was a child, thanks to my mother that she was the secretary of the conservatory in Cartago, Colombia, where I'm from. So I had been involved in music since very little. And yeah, as I was saying, I don't remember a time where I didn't have music in my life. So I kind of knew that I wanted to study music, and along the way, I realized that music education was my strength. That was what I wanted to spend my life doing.
Curious, with your mom being the secretary at the conservatory, did you go to work with her as a young child and hear all this music at the conservatory? And did you have family friends who are musicians? And did you have a lot of music in your home?
Yeah, so when my mom was working, I mostly spent time with my grandparents at their house when I was very little. But then once I was able to go to the conservatory, she was the one that made me be involved in the music environment. So like she enrolled me in one class. I cannot remember what was the first one, but once I started, I basically spend all my afternoons going to the conservatory every afternoon. So I will take one class and then I will be there just to practice, and then I will listen to other ensembles. And yeah, I just like it was part of my daily life. I will go to school in the morning and then I will go with my mom to the conservatory in the afternoons. Well, in Colombia, the education is a little different. So you go to there to journeys, I will say. You either go to school in the morning or in the afternoon. So it's like 7 to 12 or 12 to 7. That's the school program there. So I will go in the mornings to preschool, and then my afternoons will be with my mom at the conservatory. And I had my beginning level of music with my teacher Liliana, who has been my teacher forever, of piano, of recorder, of everything, music, harmony, and everything. Family loves music. They are not professional musicians, but they have been always involved in music. So my aunts, I have a lot of aunts, they used to sing together when they were in high school too. They will participate in festivals and they will sing and they love singing. So they were also involved in choirs. And so when I was growing up, I had my family always when they came together, they used to sing together. And then I had my aunt's husband. He played guitar and he was a musician, so they will come together. He will play the guitar and we will sing together. So there was always music around the house. Once I had my beginning levels of music, then I was old enough to be in the symphonic band of the conservatory, and I needed to decide for an instrument. I really was not sure about what instrument I wanted to pick, but two of my best friends at that time, they wanted to play clarinet. So they kind of showed me why clarinet was so amazing. And and then I also saw that clarinet was a possibility, like will give me a possibility to be part of a symphonic band and also of an orchestra. And I kind of loved both settings. So I was like, okay, I think this is my instrument. And once I started playing it, I really feel like it was for me. So that's how I got so in love with the clarinet.
So, for our listeners, I'll just point out some of them may or may not be aware that Sing, Play, Move is our early childhood music education program at Holy Names. But you've also started your own YouTube channel, Musicalizando. I subscribe.
Yay!
And I enjoy watching the videos very much. So, Sing, Play, Move at Holy Names, we have a channel where you are featured in a lot of the videos, as well as Masumi, Marie, and Lisa. And then tell us a little bit about Musicalizando, how you started that, what was the idea in starting that?
So since the pandemic, I at the beginning didn't have a chance. Like at the very beginning, I didn't get to see my students anymore, and I have always think about um, creating a bilingual program for music. And so I said, well, if there is a chance that my students could still have their music, maybe I could try to have my channel. So I started recording videos in Spanish and English about musical concepts, just through singing, as we do in the Kodai pedagogy. So I wanted to do short lesson segments with just one musical concept. From that, I didn't. I don't know how many students I was able to reach, and 2 weeks after that, I started teaching again through the online setting. But I thought I could keep my channel, and I ended up reaching kids from all over the world. So I now have kids from Colombia watching the videos, and from Argentina, from Chile, so from all Latin America. And yeah, so now I'm teaching music in Spanish and English through my channel as well as online.
And what do you love about teaching?
I love that we connect with people. I love sharing the knowledge. I love getting to know my students and getting to know what do they like about music, and just like spending time with them, and seeing how much they grow through music, how much they learn. As you were saying, is not only we are not only teaching music concepts, but we also teach them as a human how to express their feelings, how to how to be together even though we are not in person right now. So how to deal with all these emotional challenges that we're going through right now.
And what has been the challenge for you or challenges in moving to online versus personal, face to face?
Hasn't been easy, I have to say. um, when you're teaching in person, uh, something that I learned from the Kodai pedagogy is you have to sing for the children. You have to listen to them. You have to let them sing. You have to let them experience singing in ensemble, singing solo. Uh, and so now that we are online, that is not happening because we cannot hear them all at the same time. So having that transition to trying to learn, do not sing for them, let them sing. And now, no, I have to sing all the time because I cannot hear them. I trust that they're singing with me, but I cannot hear them. So that's been a lot of challenge. Also, something that I loved about Kodai pedagogy is that you get to do all these games that the kids will learn with. So they will learn through playing, through singing, through doing all of these folk dance. And I fell in love with that. I was like, this is the way I want to teach. I want to see my kids enjoying, and then realizing, oh, I learned so many things, but I was also playing. So now changing that to the online to an online setting has been a little difficult. Like, you can still do games, you can still try to have fun per se in music class, but it's never going to be the same because there are no rounds. You cannot have contact, physical contact, and I think that's important for kids.
What do you like to do to relax or have fun?
I love dancing. I love to dance. I love to uh, well, it depends. Like, if it is an everyday thing, I will exercise. I feel like exercising helps me keep my mental health. But I love dancing, so whenever I have a chance, I will play some Zumba in YouTube and I will just dance along. I love nature, so whenever I can, I will just go camping far away where there is no one else.
And what kind of dancing do you like? What music?
Salsa.
Uh-huh.
Well, I basically dance everything. I can dance a commercial, really. But I love dancing salsa, merengue, bachata.
Well, it's been really fun to interview you. You're our first teacher feature, and I can't wait for families to get to know you a little bit this way. So I really appreciate your time.
I think this has been great. Thank you for having me, Kathy.
Yeah, you're welcome.